Yo, what is up, guys? It's LogicLookss, and today I'm gonna be showing you guys how I made 700k in just a few hours. I think I actually spent 3 hours on the filters and I actually made 700,000. I'm gonna show you what filters I used, who I sniped, and how I ended up locking in for Go Vince for basically, I would say not free, but 500k or less for this Go Vince. So I'm gonna show you guys all of that in today's video. I'm excited to get into it. If you guys are ready for this video as well, go down below right now, smack that like button for me. Let's try to get this video to 500 likes. That would be greatly appreciated. As always, if you are new to the channel, do me a huge favor as well. Take 3 seconds out of your day, hit that subscribe button, man. It helps me out a ton. Hopefully we can hit 70k around September. We'll see what ends up happening. That is the goal at the end of the day. And yeah, that's pretty much it. We're gonna get into the video. I'm excited. Without further ado, let me show you guys how to make a ton of MT right now in 2K20 and how to get this Go Vince if you really want it. So guys, first things first, I'm going to show you the snipes I got. Now I want to actually start with Go Vince, and I did actually factor that 700k into the cards I actually kept. So I didn't really sell everything because I didn't want that Go Vince. Obviously I'm a Raptors fan, so I'm going to want that Go Vince. So what I ended up doing was obviously locking in for it. But if I sold everything, I would make close to 700, maybe even close to a million MT profit just yesterday off like 2 or 3 hours of sniping. I'm going to show you guys the filters at the end of the video, so stay tuned for that as well. But we're going to go over this set real quick. I'm going to just run through it. Lillard is 5k. You guys should already know that. Westbrook 5k. That's 10k in total. I'm pretty sure I spent like 60k on this Harden. So that's like a cool 70k for those 3 cards. Jokic again 5k. So 75k. And Luka, I actually ended up sniping Luka. What I would recommend if you guys are trying to get this Vince, the number one thing is do not pay full price for these cards. I know it's tempting. You don't want to be patient on the filters, but trust me, it took me 3 minutes. I'm telling you right now, 3 minutes. You can't make this up to snipe this Luka for 14,000. It was pretty much like the first 10 refreshes or so, and I sniped him for 14,000 MT, which means this whole line at the very top of players actually ended up costing me around 90,000 MT, I would say, which is not a lot of MT for all of these players right here. That is ridiculously cheap for, you know, 5 players from the set. So already we got 5 players from the set for 90k, which is really cheap. This Luka, which should have been like 60, 70k, I actually ended up picking for 14k. So definitely, if you want to get Vince, one thing I would recommend is try to snipe each and every single player in this set. Then of course there's Anthony Davis. Now AD, he was actually going for like 200k at the time, so I would have made, you know, 100k profit on him. I actually did end up sniping him for 100k. I will throw up the screenshots as I'm talking about them. But 80 for 100k, I mean, this card is worth way more in my opinion. He's actually a really good power forward or center, wherever you want to run him. And right now he's only like 180 or so. Obviously yesterday he went for like 200k, so I couldn't really made 100k profit on that. So that right there is 100k. The Luka probably like 50k profit, so that's 150. And the whole set so far has cost me 190k. Zion, another 5k, 195k right there. Ingram, I did actually pay a little bit too much for Ingram in my opinion, but he is actually expensive, and it kind of makes sense because this card is actually really good as well. I think I paid like 60k for him if I'm not mistaken. So 60k, you know, that's like 250k in total for all those cards up to Ingram. Obviously Ingram, I couldn't really made a profit on him because, I mean, 60k is like his normal price right now, so I probably should have stayed more patient. But, you know, I was just tempted to lock in for this Vince. I really wanted to use it, and honestly I just said, you know what, it is what it is. Let me just buy it for 60k, and I did. Then we got Bam Adebayo. Bam I actually ended up getting for like 20k on the dot very easily. I wasn't really trying to sit there try to snipe him for like 10k or under, which I probably could have done, but I ended up, you know, biting the bullet on it and bought him for 20k, which really isn't that bad. That puts my total at around 270,000. Then of course Kawhi is pretty expensive right now. He's like 250 to 300k right now on PS4. I actually ended up getting him for 100k as well. I will throw up the screenshot to show you guys. So that puts our total at about, I would say, 370,000. Then Kemba and Chris Middleton combined were 10,000 MT, which puts us at 280k. And Simmons I ended up getting for 100,000 as well, not once but twice, which means we made 400k MT profit on that right there. Because actually, I'll throw up the screenshot. I sold Simmons for like almost 300k one time, and if I would have sold him the other time, I would have sold him for even more, because it was like at the very beginning when he first came out, I sniped him. So basically I ended up locking this set in, if I'm not mistaken, for like 400,000 or under, which is just ridiculous. 400k for this set for a GOAT Vince Carter card, which obviously isn't the best GOAT card, but is a very fun GOAT card to use. I think was personally worth it. So that's how I got Vince. I just targeted players specifically, sniped them individually, and if you actually take a look at it, I probably made quite a bit of MT off this as well. I probably made 50k off Luka, like I said, 100k off 80. That's 150 in total. Then Kawhi I got for 100k. Could have sold for an easy 100k profit. That's 250. Then 2 Ben Simmons. Let's just say we made 200k profit on each one of them. 400k in total. It would be around, you know, 700k in about 2 or 3 hours. I actually did not spend more than 2 to 3 hours on this, on these filters, which I'm going to show you guys to actually lock in for this VIN. So 2 to 3 hours for the, all those snipes, and basically 700k MT in profit if I sold everything. It's pretty good in my opinion. Now I'm going to show you guys how I did it. It is very, very simple. The best way to snipe right now, the only way pretty much to snipe right now. Let's get into it. Let me show you how to do it and how you can make yourself a ton of MT as well. Okay guys, now the main 2 filters I actually ended up using, or 3 filters I should say. The first one was this Galaxy Opal Pacific filter. All you got to do is go Galaxy Opal Pacific, put your theme to NBA is back. Obviously you guys are gonna have to scroll quite a bit past these moments of the week. There we go. NBA is back for theme, Pacific Division. And if you actually look at who's on this filter, there's only 2 cards. Of course it's Anthony Davis and Kawhi Leonard. Now AD right now is a little bit cheap. He is still a snipe. Trust me, if he pops up, you want to pick him up because you're going to sell him for at least like 150k bare minimum, and sometimes he goes up to like 200k. Like yesterday he was at 200k, and then Kawhi is obviously sitting at like 220 right now. So both of them are perfect snipes, and I'm telling you right now, all you got to spend on this filter is probably like 10 to 15 minutes to actually see a snipe. If you spend a full hour on this filter, I am pretty much guaranteeing you, as long as you know how to snipe and you know how to snipe well, an hour on this filter will guarantee you at least 1 snipe. So if you're really trying to lock in for that Vince or trying to make MT, spend that 1 hour on this filter, and I promise you, you will get something. There is no doubt in my mind. As long as you're fast and as long as you're not delayed or anything, you should be able to get something, because at the end of the day, this filter actually pops off. If I spend 10 minutes on it, I'll probably end up seeing something. I only spent, I think, like 5 minutes to snipe my Kawhi yesterday, and the 80 I needed for that Vince, I probably spent like 15 minutes to get because he was a little bit harder to see. So 20 minutes in total to get Kawhi and 80 is not bad at all. Definitely give this filter a go. Probably one of my favorites right now to use, and I've been using it pretty much all day. Yes, I'm not all day yesterday, but I pretty much used this for most of the day yesterday, trying to see what I could get. And apart from this filter, of course, there is another filter I use. It is the Galaxy Opal. NBA is back. You want to put that for your theme because you don't want to see any other cards when you actually do this. Put it on NBA is back and type in Ben Simmons. All you got to do is just, hard scope him. Make sure you have it on NBA is back because you don't want to buy the prime one, obviously. Put it on 500. Right now, Ben Simmons is like 225 all the way up to 280. Like mine ended up selling for 280 somehow. I'm not really sure how. I guess I ended up getting lucky, but all you got to do is spam the refresh. And I'm telling you again, if you spend an hour on this filter, you should be able to get at least 1 Ben Simmons, possibly more. So definitely give this a go as well. It is easy profit right now, and people are chucking up Ben Simmons like it's nothing. Now guys, obviously these are the main 2 filters in the game right now. These are the filters that actually enabled me to make that 700 KMT and basically 2 to 3 hours of actually sniping on the filter. So all you guys got to do is use those 2 to your advantage. If you guys want a few extra filters that I actually ended up trying out, I spent about 15 minutes on this one right here. This one is very, very inconsistent, but it is just LeBron Galaxy Opal. You are going to be able to see one of these 3 opals probably in a couple of hours of sniping on this filter, but it is pretty inconsistent, so I would kind of stay away from it. You do really never know when you're going to see a GOAT snipe or even a prime LeBron or out of position one. So if you spend maybe an hour or maybe 15 minutes on this filter, you might be able to get lucky. Obviously, you don't expect to see something in 15 minutes, but if you spend the random 15 minutes here and there, you never know when you're going to get something. So try this one out as well. All you got to do is LeBron James Galaxy Opal. I spent a little bit of time on this one. Didn't end up getting lucky at all. I probably spent only 15 minutes on it though, so I'm probably going to spend a little bit more time on it today because I am trying to get that GOAT snipe. I still have not sniped the GOAT card this year, and that is my goal right there till the end of 2K to actually snipe a GOAT card, especially before these GOAT packs come out next week, which you guys should already know about. If you don't know about, then I would definitely recommend researching about it. But we got the LeBron filter, and then finally the last filter I would recommend for you guys. This is actually one I used when I was down bad, because at a point yesterday I only had 10,000 MT. I know it sounds ridiculous, but I only had 10k before I ended up getting Simmons. And right there you guys could see, oh my goodness, I would pick up those 2 cards right there. But all you got to do for this filter, go Galaxy Opal, put it on 5,000 for your maximum buyout, and just spam the refresh. The good thing about this filter is you can buy anything that pops up and still break exactly even, because Opal is obviously quick sell for 5,000. So worst case scenario, you get yourself like a Chris Middleton, and you're like, oh my god, I'm not going to make profit, I'm going to lose MT. All you got to do is quick sell it and you should break even. And there's a lot of other cards that pop up as well. You're going to be seeing a lot of Bam, Ingram, Harden, and Luka as well in this filter. Rarely will you see a Kawhi or a Simmons, but you really never know. So just give this filter a go as well. It is a very cheap filter. Something for you budget ballers out there. If you're stuck at 5 to 10,000 MT, sit on this filter and just spend your time on it and try to make up, as much MT as humanly possible from this filter right here. So yeah guys, that's pretty much it for the video. I showed you guys how much I got Vince Carter for, which was very cheap. A lot of you guys I know still want this card because it is a fun card to use. I wouldn't say it's the best shooting guard in the game or anything like that. It would probably be top 5, and it's a very fun card to use. So if you're trying to get it at the end of 2K, you might as well go ahead and attempt to get this Vince Carter right here for very cheap. You could probably do it for less than 500k in total. if you stay patient and you snipe the cards. Also, if you're looking to make MT, use the filters I gave you today. Those are the filters I personally use to make some MT. I'm telling you right now, if you spend about an hour on that Pacific filter or that Simmons filter, you should be able to see at bare minimum one Simmons or 180 or Kawhi, depending on who pops up at the time. So definitely give that a go. Let me know if you guys get anything down below in the comment section. I know a lot of you guys are sniping. I know a lot of you guys are also frustrated, thinking sniping is kind of dead. It is not dead. It is honestly way easier than before now, because people are giving up. Not as many people are sniping. And if you use these 3 filters to your advantage, or 2 filters, I guess you could say, to your advantage, you should be able to make a ton of MT still. So if you guys enjoyed this video, do me a huge favor right now, man. Go down below on the video and leave a like on it. Let's try to get this video, like I said, to 500 likes. That would be greatly appreciated. If you are new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, man. Join the crew. If you guys want to see a snipe challenge on any filter, let me know down below what filter, and let me know how long I should spend on the filters. I'm definitely down to bring that to you guys. And yeah, it's pretty much it for the video, boys. I love you. I'll see you in the next one. I'll catch you, man. Peace.
Don't know, you don't know none of my pain. Remember the days when I walked in the rain. I'm going way harder cause it's a new season. I do what I do and I got all my reasons. And when I win, I never feel like I won. Cause everybody wanna be number one. Everybody wanna be the nigga. So you really gotta be the nigga. I've been grinding, I've been eating, nigga. If you ain't hungry, I ain't eating with you.